What's up, everyone, and welcome back to JMD. We're back here for another music reaction. Goodness gracious, what was that from? We are going to check out a new band today, kinda. Um, we have been looking into, we've checked out pretty much everything so far from the band President. And they're anonymous band. We've checked out all the videos, a live performance, the EP completely. It's grown. They've grown to be a pretty big band for me, and I think they are fantastic. I think that what they've put out so far is really, really good. Nothing like earth shattering, but still really, really cool. But yeah, they are anonymous. The lead singer, he wears the presidential little mask thing. It has the whole get up, and people have speculated on who he might be. But you had the ones, I think it was Fearless, where the guy kind of peeled back the mask, and somewhat of a revelation, or as a kind of a revelation. But I think it was pretty much a fake out, and I think everybody else pretty much sure is a fake out, just kind of trolling people. Because for one, I mean, if you're going to be an anonymous band, why would you in the the second single reveal yourself? It just wouldn't make much sense, and then continue the get up, like what? Plus, if you look at the guy that it were so-called revealed, the way the mask looked on him versus it looking on the guy that regularly wears masks, it didn't look the same. So yeah, I was pretty sure that's not him. But everybody else has been kind of following the band and following the that knows bands from, because they're like, I think from the UK or something like that, and has followed bands from that, from the area, or from over the years, have pretty much pointed out that they were pretty positive, knowing his voice, pretty positive that it's a guy by the name of Charlie Simpson, if I think I got that right. And he was previously with a band called Fightstar. I think it's been with a couple of different bands, but Fightstar is one that most people lean back to, because I think some of his solo stuff, or the previous kind of band he was with, didn't really fall in a rock genre. It was more kind of, I don't know, almost country folksy, like, from what I listened to. But anyways, but this song, we're going to check out Sync with the Snakes. We're going to check out some Fightstar. And I did listen to a few, a few, like 30 seconds or so, a minute at the most, of this song. And I have to admit, it does sound a lot like them. It sounds very much like them. And I'm going to bring up something in the end too that to kind of like boggle your thoughts, or whatever, to get your thoughts on. So thank you very much for joining me here. If you are new to the channel, welcome to JMD. If you'd like to check out more videos from the channel, please do so. Consider subscribing, like, share, comment, all the good stuff to get more videos in front of more people. If you'd like to check out videos from my other channels, Play, ClearTalk, Puzzling there. If you like what you see, consider subscribing to those as well. It would help grow those channels, help grow all of them. That would be amazing. Patreon there, $3 a month. You contribute, can help support any of the channels you would like, to help grow those channels, to help grow Patreon, to help grow the JMD Nation, and contribute however you would like. Any contribution you do, or support you give, is very much appreciated, and I thank you very much. It helps to keep me doing this, and I would love to keep doing this full time. But I would need some support to do so. So thank you very much if you do. If you are returning, you're freaking amazing. You are amazing. Keep coming back over and over again, because we love you here, and you are what makes JMD Nation. So let's swap over. Here we go. Fightstar, Sync with the Snakes. This video shows that it come out in like 2015 as far as YouTube is concerned. I think this song goes back before that, though, if I'm not mistaken. It's more around 2010-ish area, I think, or at least Fightstar goes back that far. I don't know. Let me know if you know. But anyway, we're gonna check it out, and so let's get to it. It's very short. It's only 2 minutes and 48 seconds. So, but we're gonna go. Let's go. That was, I mean, come on. So yeah, when you hear the chorus, especially, his vocals sound very, very much like the guy from President. And the reason why I think a lot of people also have connected this is that, apparently because a lot of people connected them to Sleep Token right off the bat. And I've become a huge fan of Sleep Token, one of my favorite bands out there. But it's been reported before that apparently that Sleep Token at some point, somebody, but maybe it was Vessel or what, I don't know, has reported that they were influenced to some degree in their music by this band, by Fightstar, early on. And there's some tones and like stylistic things that are very much similar to some degree. And then we've had that same thing when President come out that's been connected, like President to some degree, not, certainly not in whole, but to some degree has this similarity to the way that they, to Sleep Token in the kind of like the pop overlay, symphonics and stuff like that, of how they do some of the music. It sounds very similar to some degree to Sleep Token, along with maybe a couple other bands as well. But and so there's this connection where the fact that this, people are pretty much have stated, yeah, the singer of President is this guy, no doubt. But I want to go even further, and maybe some people have also done this, but I want to go even further and say that, is it possible that this entire band is president. That they have completely re-orchestrated themselves, because they quit for whatever reason, I don't know, I guess maybe a decade ago, they disbanded or whatever, or stopped doing Fightstar. And then, like I said, he had some solo thing, I think another band or something, for a few years or whatever. But I'm wondering if they came back together and decided, you know what, let's do something different. Let's do what we were doing before, but do some more, to be more modern, but not come back as if you're the same band trying to do something different, but like a completely different band and maybe a whole different agenda, I think that would be pretty cool if this literally, and I know like there's the guitarist for president that seems very similar to this guy, because he seems like he's got longer hair, even though they're all, got the masks and stuff on. This one, I mean, I'm not completely sure it's possible. The drummer, I mean, he drums fairly similar to the drummer in President. Um, I mean, it's very, very possible. It's very possible that this whole entire band has restructured like itself, branded itself as President. And that I think is kind of cool if you think about it. And people tend to focus mostly on the singer half the time, just like people focused on Vessel as far as who he really is, and not so much around the rest of them. Same thing here. People are focusing more around the guy for president. It's like, oh yes, this is definitely this guy. But the whole sound here is very similar to President. The chords being played, like I said, the drummer sounds somewhat similar in the way he plays. Like I'm willing to go on a limb and bet that this entire band has rebranded itself as President, and I think that's kind of cool. But anyways, that's just me. That's just me, and I'm sure maybe some others have said the same. Maybe, I don't know. I just know most of the time the focus is on the singer, not like the entire band. But that was pretty cool. I think that was awesome. And really interesting that they, this is from, like I said, the early 2010s. I've never heard of them before. But they're good. It's good. So I thought we're going to check out more. I want to check out more from Fightstar. And see, what they all have to offer. See just how similar this goes, how deep this goes. And we may even check out some other stuff from Charlie Simpson, but I think it's really cool. And it to some extension, if to some way it can be considered an extension of President if we are staying in that like mind frame, and could potentially see what we might have coming from President. So anyway, that's cool. I think it's cool to play around with this, whether it's true or not. And if, like I said, very much sounds like him. I'm not gonna lie, like it sounds almost identical to him. Except for he's put a little bit of a effect on his vocals, and I thought the effect on the vocals was what was making his vocals sound like they do. But listening to this guy, like, there is an effect on his vocals in President, but not as much as I thought. Like, he sounds like him, just with a little bit of a, I don't know, like a reverby, like, or some kind of a sustained effect or something on his vocals. But yeah, it's him. I'm at this point. We're gonna check out more, but I'm pretty confident it's him. Anyway, let me know what you think, though. Let me know what you think. And until next time, peace. JMD, I'm out.